Be back now.
Oh no, my coin! Oh, there it is.
Anytime there's any problem at all, the cries of use hitbox just come out.
You guys know that Hitbox will also have problems too.
No way, dude! Hitbox is up right now. No problems.
No problems at all.
I think it's taking a little while here. It should be back up. Yeah, I can see us here. So Twitch just had a weird issue. I thought it was XSplit specific because Nick stayed up, but apparently a lot of other channels went down, so I don't know.
Nick bought Twitch 970 million. That's what I did.
We're back, Nick, and we can continue our Nicolas Cage game.
Yeah, if you want. It's still going.
All right.
I don't know whose turn
That was your guess because you just flipped over like a ton, I think.
Okay.
I forget your question though. But anyway, I had only asked one question.
Any kind of facial hair?
Oh right, right. I had just asked whether you could see his hands. But okay.
Yeah, make a go of it.
Is Nicolas Cage holding an object in his hands that is not his own body?
I'm gonna go with negative. No object in his hands.
Okay. I'm ready.
Oh my god, I love how many that eliminated.
All right, now I'm ready. Is
That
mine
is not his own body? Wait, shouldn't you have eliminated more? Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're doing fine.
Thank you for the hint, Nick.
No problem. I'm trying to help. You've been losing a little bit, so I want to make sure you have a fair shake.
This is what I have to say about that.
Is your Nicolas Cage exposing his chest? That's like one question.
Down to which point?
Is there like a shirt with another shirt under it, or no shirt at all?
It's not a yes or no question.
It was intended as one. Can you see an undershirt? That's my question.
Can you see an undershirt on my Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Am I still good?
Yeah, you're fine. Is your Nicolas Cage Big Daddy from Kick-Ass?
The thing you're holding up?
Yeah.
Is that Big Daddy from Kick-Ass?
Is this your
Batman?
This is not Batman.
That's the card. Yeah.
This is the card?
You win. Yes.
Hey.
I honestly thought that was Batman.
That's not Batman. It's Big Daddy.
Okay.
From Kick-Ass. Nick, do you have the metagame installed?
I don't think so. I'll double check. Workshop. Yes.
All right. Let's
You're
try
lucky I fished these damn things out.
I appreciate it. Let's try it out.
How do I do this?
Oh, I think we gotta wait for the mod to load.
I'm gonna go eat an Altoid. I'll be right back.
This guy's just gonna go eat an Altoid, I guess. I'll wait for this mod to load. It takes about 133,000 years, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's kind of long.
A lot of cards in it.
We're good.
We'll get chat to beanpole these. All right, Nick. We finally get a chance to play the metagame live on stream.
Good shuffle.
Thanks, man. I've been practicing. All right,
this is so meta.
Take a look. All right, so these are the question cards. We take like 7 of these bad boys right here. All right, I got 7.
Oh, they flip over, but they're kind of magnetized.
Nick.
5, 6, 7. Yeah.
My cards have nothing on them. Oh, there they are. It just takes a second to load. Or I've got to put them over my name, which is nowhere. Do I have to, like,
you're not in the game or something. What's that about?
Like choose seat, change color? Oh, my color doesn't exist. There we go. Now I can see them. Did NL
Alright,
even notice Twitch died?
I got 7 cards.
I was aware. Okay. So for people who aren't aware about how the metagame works, basically, you flip over one of these cards. I'm going to shuffle these again. One of these cards. This card is, which is funnier? Then we have a hand of 7 video games. We choose which of these video games is the funniest, as you can see. And then we argue about it for like a minute, and then chat decides if we're right. Do we have like a score or like a stopwatch in this? This seems like the kind of thing that would be in.
I don't think there's a stopwatch. No, we could do that though ourselves.
All right. I will do. I'll get my phone out. It's ready. All right, Nick. We don't have to do what is funnier. Why don't you take a card from the pile? Choose for yourself.
Which is more elegant?
Which is more elegant? Okay, it counts up instead of counting down. Which is more elegant?
And we're gonna just put out one of our cards.
All right, but you don't have to flip it over until it's your turn to talk. Actually, let's do it anyway. If you don't mind. Okay, Nick, what's your pick for elegant? Breakout. I'm gonna be going with Portal.
Okay.
Would you like to go first or second?
Doesn't matter to me. We could put this away, I guess.
All right.
Put this over here.
I'll tell you what.
Where's the coin?
There's no coin anymore.
Shit.
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
6.
You picked an odd number. That means I'll go first.
I picked an even number. 6 is even.
All right, you go first then. Okay, ready? You got 1 minute.
You know 6 is an even number.
You got 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, everybody knows Breakout is the most elegant game of all time. The reasons for this are as varied and as numbered. Breakout is a game where there are a series of blocks, a paddle, and a single ball, or cube, as it were. You bounce said ball through paddle into said blocks, and you eliminate them all until they're gone. There's simply no room for any kind of elaboration, and any kind of iteration that comes from Breakout comes from just taking different patterns and shapes and shades and rainbow colors and putting them in various directions on the stage. You might want to muddy things up a little with the whole Arkanoid format. You might want to add some extra bouncies or maybe some enemies or power pills or whatnot. But at the core of it all, you're bouncing a goddamn ball on a paddle. It doesn't get much more simple than that. And simplicity and elegance are one and the same. That's my argument.
All right. Get 8.5 seconds left there. Made a good argument. All right.
Thanks.
For me, 3, 2, 1, go. Now, I think my opponent has made a classic mistake in confusing elegant for simple. Breakout is indeed a game that has some very simple mechanics, as he said. Just a little paddle and the ball bounces around, hits the blocks there, and breaks them. But Portal is an elegant game and a simplistic game. It's a game that has a mechanic that has to be done in the proper way in order for you to actually achieve your objective. Everything is very deliberately designed and designed in such a way as to funnel the player into actually achieving that design. And isn't that true elegance? Everything's so crisp and clean on the walls except for the interaction that you actually have with it that forces you to make an impact on the world. And I think that's elegant. It's a game that's elegant in design as well as its aesthetic. And that's why I think Portal's more elegant than Breakout. I had 9 seconds left. All right, I got Beanpole set up.
So I'm going to urge my chat to kindly vote in Northernlion's chat. Not that I want you to leave or anything, but, like, it matters to have them all together, you know.
It's very simple. You type Portal or Breakout, depending on your perspective. The poll begins now.
Oh, I want to put it up on the screen.
You can put mine up on the screen.
I'd have to capture it through your video window. It'd be weird.
That would be strange, yeah.
I'll just launch yours.
All right, looks like... And I deliberately didn't want this to be like me versus you, but more game versus game.
Like, yeah, let's keep the personalities out of it. This is about the arguments.
But I do think that Portal is more elegant than Breakout.
And I actually, conversely, do think Breakout's more elegant than Portal.
All right, so it is like man
it's
v.
an
man.
actual debate, yeah.
All right. We'll cap it once we get to 500 votes.
We'll cap it.
You got it. We're at 465. It only counts unique votes, by the way. And 490. It looks like Portal is going to come out of this ahead. I also think Portal has a little bit of an advantage because it's kind of newer. I think it's a little bit more well-respected
like,
in the modern
age.
age.
Bullshit game is battles. I don't care about that.
Exactly. All right, Nick. I'll draw the next. Don't forget to take another one. Thank you. Which should be required in school?
Interesting.
Shouldn't have played my Portal card, man. Which should be required in school? I am not going to play my America's Army card here.
I'm going to move your Portal card over to the side. Keep things neat.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I played my Heavy Rain card.
You played your Heavy Rain card. All right. I played my World of Warcraft card.
I'm interested in hearing this one.
I'm going to go first this time in the interest of fairness.
Sure.
All right. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go. For many reasons, I think World of Warcraft should be taught in school. For one, it's one of the biggest video games of all time, and if we're going to have a well-rounded, arts and entertainment education, we should mention one of the games that was one of the most influential of all time, as well as one of the most prolific of all time, at times having over, 10 million active subscribers. That's crazy. That's a cultural phenomenon that bears talking about.
Ooh, baby, a subscriber.
Thank you for the subscription, Amir, by the way. Oh, God, I've completely lost my train of thought. It should also be taught because it teaches us important values like cooperation, sharing, and also the danger of something being so enticing that it can lead to addiction. I think it can teach you the value of time management if it's introduced in an important way. And if it's introduced in a way that's careful and considered, maybe it could help people deal with their, game life balance in the future and not get overly addicted like Kaylee Cuoco did in that Age of Conan episode of The Big Bang Theory. That's why I think World of Warcraft should be taught in school. It's a cultural phenomenon, and it teaches us valuable life skills that help us socialize in the world today, and that's what school's for. 1 minute. All right, Nick.
All right. Done one.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I propose to argue that Heavy Rain should be taught in school, but first, I just want to mention that the idea of World of Warcraft being taught in school is a terrible idea for the very reason that kids have no goddamn self-control, and as much as it's nice to try and give them responsibilities and things, they will inevitably become addicted in a horrible, horrible way. Now, Heavy Rain should be taught in school because, as we're very much familiar, we need to learn very many different types of cinematic presentations, critique. We need to learn how to break apart literary devices, and Heavy Rain is very heavy on the rain, number one, and two, cinematic elements. There is a very tightly wound story there. It's definitely not the type of thing you want to teach elementary school kids. It's more of a high school, sort of like 11th grade, 12th grade English type requirement for critique, but I think there's definitely some meat there for your ability to try and put together a story. So, yeah, don't vote WoW. Vote Heavy Rain. It's obvious.
All right. Firing shots there at the end. Poll's going to open. World of Warcraft WS. That's not what I meant to put there. Poll's going to open now.
Nick's offensive campaign, goddamn.
I think you opened an interesting argument there, Nick. I think it would be really cool if you had a high school English class that taught Heavy Rain, like where you played through it.
Yeah, the idea of just having there be multimedia in school instead of just read this goddamn huge book seems like an obvious thing. Like, this is actually an argument I could get behind really having.
If somebody had the Minecraft card there, though, man.
Putting that up against WoW would be interesting, too, because they're both super addictive.
But Minecraft is like actually being, I wouldn't say taught. Oh, I just pulled the Minecraft card.
Oh.
Like literally right now. There's like 84 cards in the deck.
Wait, was I supposed to keep 7 cards the whole time?
Yeah.
I didn't draw before.
That's all right. I don't think you needed an advantage, Nick, because we're over 500 votes now.
Uh-huh.
Heavy Rain, 67%. World of Warcraft, 33%.
Okay.
Well done.
Yeah, because the kids were going to find out about World of Warcraft anyway. They're
Probably
play
true,
it.
Yeah. All right. Nick, why don't you draw a metagame card here? Yeah, make sure take one for yourself for score, I guess.
Which is more tragic?
Which is more tragic? Oh, fuck. Dude, there's a huge play on the World of Warcraft card here.
Bam.
Did you play? Oh, god damn it.
I win.
What am I supposed to play here? Miss Pac-Man?
Yeah, you're going to have to reach real deep. That's the whole fun of this game.
Oh, man. What's the most tragic? Okay. I got it. Throw this off here. All right, Nick, you get to go first on this one.
You want to alternate? Okay.
Okay. I think you should go first after you win because it puts you at like a relatively minor disadvantage.
Yeah, you're right, because then you can't argue the other direction.
All right, you ready?
I think that's fair. I'm going to bullshit, but yeah.
Of course, that's the game.
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I'm going to argue which is more tragic between whatever the hell Northernlion played, EverQuest, apparently, and Final Fantasy VII. This is not necessarily a very deep argument. I think anybody that's experienced Final Fantasy VII in the context of growing up will already know where this argument ultimately culminates.
Hey, no spoilers, mister.
The spoilers are unfortunately necessary, and if you're going to get pissed off at me about spoiling a game from like 1997,
ooh, baby,
sorry.
a subscriber.
But a very big, important character in this game dies in a way that has never really been brought forward in the cinematic presentation of JRPGs in a Western market, and I think that that was an entirely big and influential decision that Square chose to go with in that presentation. I think it was actually a formational element of our emotional bond and connection with that game. Had it not had that connection, we may have never had any care about Final Fantasy VII.
Very good. All right. This is going to require some spin there. That's Nick's argument about Final Fantasy VII. This is meant to be played, by the way, with like
a subscriber.
4 people, I think. Which could be really interesting to see, like, multiple
for sure.
options. Also, Shaquille on heels and ooh baby a subscriber. Thanks for the subscriptions. All right. Reset. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, Final Fantasy VII is indeed a tragic game, and I say that at the risk of strengthening my opponent's argument. I think it's tragic in the game. EverQuest is more tragic because it's a little tragic in real life, isn't it? Now, one of the games that was the progenitors of the MMO genre is now, I wouldn't necessarily say forgotten, but certainly not considered the landmark of the genre, and maybe even in this day and age, doesn't even get the credit that it deserves, coming out in 1999, 5 years or so before World of Warcraft really hit it big. I almost feel like there's got to be people on the EverQuest team that, look at the millions of dollars or billions of dollars that Blizzard is making on World of Warcraft and other MMOs that they've spawned, always giving credit back to Blizzard for, popularizing the MMO genre. But there's EverQuest right there trying to make something happen with EverQuest Next. I feel like that's a little bit of a tragedy in real life, that maybe it's not the inventor of the idea that gets the prestige in the end. It's just the popularizer or the refiner of the idea. So that's why I think EverQuest is more tragic in real life.
All right.
All right. That's the best that I could do, given the situation.
You did fine.
I appreciate that. So I'm not gonna put like Final Fantasy VII. I'm just gonna say Final Fantasy and EverQuest. All right, here comes the beanpole.
He did an FF7 and EQ.
Ooh, baby, a
that.
subscriber.
Hey, Clip, thanks for the subscription as well.
And thanks to This Chick Games for the $1.69 donation. Thanks for all the laughs on the show. Is always a bright spot on my day. Much appreciated.
That is like super nice.
And also a $3.69 donation from Rogue Eli. I love you, Nicorino. Thanks very much.
What the heck is this here? Is that Braid? That is Braid. Nick, this is by far the closest vote we've ever had.
Cool.
Right now it's
controversy.
51% Final Fantasy, 49% EverQuest.
NL and Nick are practicing for future paid promotion opportunities. I really like that. We would disclose them, though.
Oh, of course you got to. I mean,
Obviously.
mostly, like, I guess you don't, but you really should.
You really should.
It's close, but Final Fantasy at 494 total votes here has, I think, eked out enough of a lead that EverQuest isn't going to come back. But that's 53% Final Fantasy, 47% EverQuest. That's pretty good, Nick.
I saw a vote for Everclear in there as well.
All right. This
Cool
might be the
stuff.
last one that we have here, but
All right, cool.
I have to read these upside down. No, I
What do
don't.
we have?
Which created a more intense subculture?
Oh, this
All
is
right.
an interesting one.
Probably going to play that one.
Can I counter pick yours?
Sure. I mean, if that's in your...
Minecraft. Okay, what the picture you put down with on that card kind of looks like Go or something.
I agree, yeah.
I have a few choices here that I could go with, and they're all pretty good answers. All right, I'm gonna go. Bam.
All right,
Angry
Nick.
Birds.
Having won that one, you get to start.
Okay.
One moment here. All right. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, go.
Now, there's a number of very influential games that exist, many of which have come across in the more recent 2,000-plus years. I think it's fairly undeniable that both Minecraft and Angry Birds belong in those upper echelons. I'm going to argue, though, that Angry Birds actually has somewhat risen a little bit higher in that hierarchy just because of the incredible pervasiveness of not only the marketing, but also the sequels, the advertising dollars involved, the plushies, the various types of toys. I mean, yes, Minecraft has many of those things as well, but I think even to a larger degree, Angry Birds has reached a much even larger audience just simply by the accessibility of it. You can hand Angry Birds to a 3-year-old, and they'll be able to pull that slingshot back on whatever device they happen to be playing it on, and it's on all of the devices, and there are many of them on many devices, whereas Minecraft is just one in a sea of many imitators. Is there really? I don't think there's many imitators in the world of Angry Birds. I think it's really just Angry Birds
Time.
and anyone else.
Time.
Damn.
It's all right. I think you made a good case there. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait. It's, lap. Oh, so you use this for running or something? Reset. There we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, in asking this question, we should keep the specific wording of the question in mind. Which created a more intense subculture? Although both Minecraft and Angry Birds have been accused of having casual audiences, I would say that Minecraft wins not only having a more hardcore audience with, people wearing t-shirts, creating subcultures around the game like the Minecraft subreddit, an incredible mod scene, a ton of people playing the game on YouTube, and even more people watching it. It trumps it not only in terms of the intensity of the subculture, but also in terms of the breadth of the subculture. I mean, you can't walk down the street anymore without seeing a kid wearing a t-shirt with a creeper on it, and every time I fly, if there's like young kids on the plane, at least 2 or 3 of them are playing Minecraft on their laptops. And isn't that
Ooh,
the
baby,
true
a
definition
subscriber.
of intensity? If you are actually so obsessed with this game that you're playing at 35,000 feet in the air as you get ready to go on vacation. You walk into the bookstore, there's Minecraft books. It's everywhere. Mojang just sold for $2 billion. I think part of that is due to the intensity of the subculture they've created. All right.
All right.
Not bread of the subculture, breadth. Bread.
There's
of the
bread in
subculture.
Minecraft as well. You got to make
There
it.
is. You can make like a fish sandwich or something. It sounds delicious. The poll has begun. And I think we'll do one more after this.
Okay.
'Cause that'll take us perfectly, I think. Also, yeah, thank you for the subscription. I forgot your name because I was in the middle of the Minecraft evangelizing. Last
Rock of
card.
Cages. Get the face on that rock.
Nick,
I
I
like
pulled
that.
a U card.
Oh, did you?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, sweet. Thank you very much to Doylem for the $5 donation. I have no clever comment, but here is some money anyways. Much appreciated. And thank you for being
That's
here.
very nice. All right, I'm gonna cut this one off a little early, Nick.
Okay.
Through no fault of your own, Minecraft has 92%.
I don't know. They sounded pretty salty in chat when I was finishing my argument, so I think you probably just presented much better one.
No. Well, I think I had a stronger case to begin with Minecraft too, but I saw where you were coming from as well. All right. Last one. I'll flip it over for you here. Which is more of a sport?
Okay.
Which is more of a sport? Ooh. All right, this should be interesting. I'm going to start here. 60 seconds on the clock. Once I get my lock straight.
Get Shrek, Nick. Yeah, I did.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Another thing important with the specific wording of these questions: which is more of a sport? Not which was more of a sport, which is more than a sport. Counter-Strike, in its various iterations, continues to be a popular sport today. An esport, yes, but a sport nonetheless. Probably maybe the fourth most popular esport in the world right now. Has major tournaments all around the world. Teams fly, they play. They can win tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on the level of sponsorship. People have full-time coaches. They dedicate themselves full-time to this game. Dozens and dozens of professional players the world over, and hundreds, if not thousands, of players that choose to pursue the path to become professionals. So considering its current relevance, and the fact that Counter-Strike, in its newest iteration, is still at the forefront of the esports revolution, I would say that Counter-Strike is more of a sport than Dance Dance Revolution. All right, Nick.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, as relevant as it is to question whether or not the wording of the question is more about is or was, I think more relevant is what exactly does a sport constitute? Is it about your ability to maintain training with your friends and pull together some really good team strategies, or is it about getting better dexterity, stamina, blood, sweat, and tears, and just being really attuned to the game? And yes, I agree, Counter-Strike has some of those same attributes, but you're literally dancing until you can't dance anymore in DDR, and that is what that's all about. It's literally a sport in that you might fall over dead from overexertion. You can't do that in Counter-Strike. So if you're going to make the argument that esports qualify as sports, well, I think there's a lot of people that are going to disagree there, but you can't really separate the idea of sports as having an exertion quality to them, and that's why I believe DDR is a sport.
I'm very excited to see how this one works out. So I'm going to put I'm going to put CS and DDR. Because I think both of ours have the ability to be, like, mistyped. But yeah, the poll has started. This one is super interesting, Nick.
I hope nobody's actually taking these arguments personally as if we're actually insulting the things we're insulting. We're trying to make a case. We're not actually behind these concepts necessarily. People pissed that I'm like shitting on esports. It's like it's just making a case, man.
It's funny because Counter-Strike does, I mean, I kind of fudged it, I guess, to include Global Offensive, but it has like the relevancy argument. But yeah, in DDR, you actually are like sweating and standing and stuff.
And moving and jumping around.
I almost wanted to play Pac-Man here and pull out like the King of Kong argument. Billy Mitchell or Braid.
Yeah, we could have done like a house rule of like no relevant cards.
Oh, dude, okay. Let's do one more round, but we'll do you pick the card from your opponent's stack.
Sure. Yeah,
I threw your cards away. But so I'm going to throw my cards away too.
New draws, that's fine.
Yeah, draw 4 maybe.
Oh.
You try to take my card? All right, so you get to pick your opponent's card for this next one. Should be interesting.
Don't we have to put him on the board, though, or it won't show up?
Oh, yeah, okay, we can do that. So we're over 500 votes. Very close, though. Counter-Strike 60, DDR 40.
All right.
That was close, though.
Valiant effort, I suppose.
All right, you got your cards on the table. So yeah. I have Call of Duty Black Ops, Crayon Physics Deluxe, Diablo, and Uncharted 2.
Interesting cards. I have Cow Clicker, GTA 3, Grim Fandango, and Worms.
All right.
What's going to be our black card?
Where'd it go over here? Oh, I'll flip it over, I guess.
You didn't have one, I don't think.
All right. Oh.
Which is a better guide to life.
Which is a better guide to life? All right, Nick, I'm going to play this one for you. You're playing Crayon Physics Deluxe?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I won the last one, so I'll start. Okay. This should be an interesting one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, Crayon Physics Deluxe, I'm very happy that my opponent picked this card for me because I think there's a great metaphor in Crayon Physics Deluxe for self-actualization and, bending the world to what you want it to be. Crayon Physics Deluxe is all about finding these obstacles, and they're so far away. And, you're just a little avatar there. It's very difficult to get to them. So what do? You have to get the skills necessary to basically traverse the world. And doesn't that mirror what we go through in life? You're 10 years old, you want to be an astronaut. Ain't no 10-year-old astronauts out there in the world. You got to go, you got to get an education. You got to keep yourself in shape. PhD, maybe be a fighter pilot for a little while. You go through these transformations, not so that you transform yourself, but so that you can transform the world around you. Crayon Physics Deluxe is a game where you transform the world around you to achieve the objectives that you want to. I think that makes it a much better guide to life than GTA 3.
Good argument.
All right.
Someone said you're a crayon.
All right. Nick. Grand Theft Auto 3. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
3, 2, 1, go.
Now, in arguing that GTA 3 is a better guide to life, I think it's important to take into account one major element of GTA 3, and that element is the fact of choice. Very much like Ryan's argument, you have the option not to engage or to engage in any activity that you want. And as far as a guide to life goes, what would be contrast without the good and the bad? The most important element when you're looking at GTA 3 is the fact that you always have this thing hanging over your head that you're a criminal. And what's better to drive you in a positive direction than low expectations? If everyone expects nothing from you, you only have yourself to rise up out of that. So if you're given nothing but pessimism, you'll end up drawing optimism out of those things. So as you progress through the world of GTA, yes, the progression is generally driven by negativity, but ultimately that character pays the price in the end. So the opposite is what ends up being the message.
Beautiful. Right on time. All right. So these ones, also have acronyms. I'm going to say Crayon Physics for mine, and Nick's, I'm going to say GTA. I think that is the easiest for each of them, and the poll is going to start now. And I'm going to flip the table. It had to happen. I really like having to argue the opposite.
Yeah, that was really fun. I really like this game in general. I want to do like a series on this game.
That would actually, for when I bought the metagame, which was fucking expensive, man. Like, I had to buy it from the MoMA, because that's the only place that sold it anyway. So I was like, I gotta find a way to justify this investment. And I started talking to like other YouTubers, and I'm like, wouldn't it be sweet if we had like a Monday metagame segment where we just invited like a random YouTuber on to like compete in the metagame, and we could get their take on things. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Will it ever happen? I don't know. But I think it would be cool. And especially now that it's in Tabletop Sim, it makes it a lot more convenient.
Yeah, it's easy to play like this. I like it.
Than holding the cards up to the camera. Anyway, we're at 500 votes now. Congratulations, Nick. GTA, 63%, Crayon Physics, 37%.
All right, cool.
Well done.
We're pretty evenly matched, honestly. I think we're good for arguing these types of things.
That was really fun. I had a good time with that.
Me too.
In any case, we're going to come back in 3 minutes with some Family Feud decades. We'll be joined by Rob. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Beautiful. We'll be back in 3 minutes. See you guys then.
As I read 5 minutes ago, just warning you, my sound literally just broke. Attempting to fix it now with another restart. I'll let you know what happens. Sorry.
It's all good. If it doesn't work, that's fine.
It's just he just had that happen.
All right, I gotta get some water.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Hey, how's it going? You get your granola bar? Excellent. Almond today? Peanut butter? I always guess almond first, just in case today's the day.
I'm back, by the way, stream. I just need to put Family Feud up. I had it muted for a moment. Family Feud decades.
I'm gonna try adding Rob to the call and see what happens. Just giving him an extra minute in case he came back, but I didn't see another message.
It's okay. You playing Cavern Kings, Nick?
Whoa. How did you know that?
How do you think I knew it?
I...
Hello?
Oh, you heard it. Did you hear it? Hello?
What?
Hello?
Hey.
I hear me.
Do you, yeah, sorry. Hold on. I'll try to...
Are you talking to us in like an old school walkie-talkie?
Yeah, I'm using my Kindle currently.
Frog
What?
over.
Yeah. Yeah. So, here. I gotta tell you, my computer literally broke seconds ago.
Yes.
A few minutes ago. My sound just stopped working again because of Bluetooth. So, that's a thing, unfortunately.
Someone in chat asked if you're an astronaut.
You know what? I actually am.
Yeah, you keep going to
I've
my
been to
anus
the
all the
moon.
damn time.
I do, yeah. It's a really enlightening place, I have to say. But yeah, I mean, like, so I'm trying to fix it. It kind of fixed itself last time this happened, is because of Bluetooth being a butthole. But I don't know. I don't want to come on your shows with like really awful audio quality over Kindle as well.
Now that we're not echoing, you don't sound that bad, actually.
I plugged my headphones in.
That would do
So-
it, yeah. It's up to you if you want to stay on. You sound all right.
I mean, if you guys would have me, I would for sure do it over Kindle.
All right.
Guess some Family Feud stuff, that's all.
All right, sure, fine.
What's your favorite
I'm with it.
decade, Rob?
I like the 90s.
Yeah.
90s. I'm a 90s kid.
It has the
Yay.
worst of all the stages, but that's okay.
Does
Well,
it?
we're not going to see those.
It has like it's that weird era where everything was like pseudo touchscreen, but actually there's just someone behind the scenes like pedaling a bicycle
Pressing
with
the
steam
button.
coming out of it. Yeah.
So weird.
Okay. That's always good.
All right. Here we go. The frame rate is like really terrible.
There's
But
a
that's
lot of shit
okay.
going on in the 90s.
Yeah. That's when they invented the internet.
If he knows what's good for him, name. Oh, they got it first. Name someone a man should compliment on a regular basis. They said wife. That was a pretty good guess.
Happy wife,
Okay.
happy life.
They decided to
True.
play. So, you know, goodbye, basically.
Mm.
Wait, I thought decades wasn't necessarily guaranteed.
I think it's all right if you get the first guess.
Okay.
Hmm.
Will that answer do?
Boss. Wife, boss, mother-in-law. Any guesses for number 4?
Wife boss.
Yeah.
Same
I
thing
think
in my
the wife
book.
boss is the best thing.
Secretary. Oh, I don't know. That's a little dated, but okay. It is the 90s, I guess. Give me a sec here.
It's a different
Is-
time
are
back.
you not supposed to? Are you not supposed to say secretary anymore? Is that not a thing?
I think it's more
You're probably not
the.
supposed to compliment her.
I think it's more the notion that every man is like a lawyer that has a secretary that he can just be like, hey, keep it going, toots, or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. all
It
right,
should
fair
say
enough.
staff, maybe. If you compliment
Yeah,
your
keep your
staff,
staff happy.
they do better work for you. Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at Google.
You gotta buy them coffee sometimes. They like that.
Nick,
Yeah?
name something you take to a hotel.
Shampoo.
I didn't get to type it in time. Suddenly, this game feels like it's going like really fast. One
It's all the
Mississippi.
speed they did
Oh
in the
yeah,
90s.
okay.
It's there.
20 seconds went by in like 4 seconds.
Oh, is your frame rate up? It's like broken.
All right.
Why is everything breaking?
I think we
for
might
the
have to
world
restart
today?
this a little. It's looking a little shaky there.
You know, it was a bad choice of me to say shampoo anyway, so it's fine.
I was gonna say my mistress.
Yeah.
The timer
think
went
that would
down
be fitting.
so quickly.
If the frame
Monica
rate's not
Lewinsky.
operating on second basis, then it's probably just doubling or quadrupling or something.
Yeah, but that gives us, a quarter to a half as much time.
That's a problem.
The flow of time is distorted in Lordran.
And Feudrin.
Excuse me?
Feudrin.
What's that?
That's the world that Family Feud exists within.
Oh. Okay, let's go 90s. Here we go.
Family Feud deck.
We'll see if this actually works. The loading screens on this one were really long, which actually gives me a lot of hope.
Family Feud. Let's see today's playing family.
Yeah, maybe it fixed the frame rate now.
I don't know, it's zooming in on these families real quick.
Maybe it's gonna open a black cell again.
And then when they clap, they only have like 3 frames.
Let's start the first
Yeah,
What'd you do to your computer, man?
I don't think this is
Oh
working,
yeah,
man.
that's definitely moving too fast.
top
I don't think
four
this is working.
Oh, boy.
on the
It's gonna be
board.
real difficult.
If he knows what's good
If he
for
knows
That's
what's
not
good
good.
for him,
Wait.
name someone a man should compliment on a regular basis.
Give us your
He knows what's
answer,
good for him.
please.
All right,
What is up with their class? All right.
let's cool it for a second here.
Okay.
We
We're
might.
gonna
Here's
play
my
Kid
question.
Chameleon.
This is
Might-
the '90s. Why is everybody wearing like afros and stuff?
We might need
You
to
don't
play
remember the
something
90s?
else.
There weren't a lot of afros in the '90s.
Family Feud decades. I'm gonna load it up one more time. I don't know why. This is the same computer that I've been using it on every time. Fix the frame rate. Oh, all right. I'll just fix the frame rate then.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's the thing that you didn't click the fix the frame rate button. You
You
just do
could
that.
try. You could try turning on fraps and setting it to lock at 30 frames.
That might work.
You know
I mean,
what?
It's roundabout, but I think it would actually do it.
I'm streaming at 60 in XSplit, which might be causing the problem.
Oh yeah, that might be it. You might be
Mm.
forcing it up.
You think so?
I think it's possible. Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a second. We've already thrown the stream like twice anyway when Twitch went down, so
So